My name is Gaspar. I'm from a small town in the countryside in the north of Catalonia called Lot. And well, I joined arol.dev because pretty much I really wanted to learn programming, any kind, and I wanted to delve into this world. My life before arol.dev is not very strictly related to programming. I've done a bit of everything. I've worked, studied to become an English teacher. I've studied audiovisuals, which is a uni degree that's very common in Spain. That's for filmmaking related stuff. And I've worked at very different kind of jobs, but nothing really super programming related. The reason why I started to look into programming specifically is, well, one of the main reasons is the fact that there's so much job prospect and growth prospect, as well as the wages in programming. I'm working for an IT consultancy here in Barcelona, and I got the job right away after graduating within, I believe, a month. Or maybe a month and a half. It was a very quick turnaround. Why I chose arol.dev? There was many reasons, and as you know, like I did probably way too much research. I actually started sending LinkedIn messages to everybody that had been in arol.dev. Well, there was very good feedback, as in the people that did the course that had been in arol.dev. That's something that I noticed. And another thing that really got my attention was the fact that there was, usually in many courses, mentorship programs, you have a limit as to counseling to find a job, which in my opinion is the most important thing about this type of courses. And in arol.dev I saw that there was an indefinite, I don't remember the word exactly, but I think it was indefinite counseling, so to speak, to find a job, and I thought that was really, really interesting. The experience in arol.dev, many words come to mind. I would say it was intense. That's a word that comes to mind immediately, because there's so many concepts that you are thrown into, and you eventually learn as you go, a bit similar to how you would find yourself in the job place. But at the same time, it felt like I wasn't alone. So it felt very guided in a sense, and that was something that I lacked when I was trying to learn on my own. The mentors were all really good. I really enjoyed it. I really like, for instance, Greg, who I believe has a very good ability to be able to break a big puzzle into small pieces and make it digestible for us who are newer to this field. And Ruben was also, I believe, very patient and very good with analogies that made it a bit easier to understand. Arol as a mentor, I'd say he was very insightful. He's someone that I appreciate the time he put in with me, trying to help me along with the mental blocks that I had with programming, thinking that I won't be able to do certain things, and that's something that I appreciate, because usually in courses in general there's a certain distance, emotional distance between the teacher and the student, and that's not how it felt like. It felt something very close, very friendly. I'd say I would recommend it to most people, because but that would depend obviously on their goals, on what they're looking for, but I'd say that would fit most people's goals, and it would work for most people. I'd say that for someone who is looking into arol.dev, I believe they should probably reach out and try to get a feel as to how the classes would be, like I did myself, and that made me decide to actually start learning in the course and signing up. So that's what I would advise. For someone who is starting out, I'd say take it easy. You're not stupid for not understanding something. That's completely natural, and I'd say in this field it feels like it's an abstract concept stacked over another abstract concept, and they end up overstacking. And being confused and having headaches after a few hours programming is completely normal. It's something that I gathered and I really want to emulate is the liking, the loving to learn that, for instance, Arol and Ruben, that really stuck up to me. It was something that I believe is super important, and sometimes we see programming, we only see the money, and we might not give importance to the fact that we should like what we do. Any conclusion? Fred laughs like the Joker.